All right. I ain't never did it from this way like this in my house. Usually I'm on StreamYard. I wanted to see what it's like to really go live using YouTube. And I'm thinking about liking it. But anyways, think I'm waiting on y'all to come in the room. Come on in the room. I'm about to get things popping here in a minute. Let's see here. Well, what's going on, y'all? Like I'm used to my little intro and all that. I'm gonna have to do it back on back on StreamYard. But I had never worked YouTube Studio like that, so I said, let me see what that's like. And I'm seeing I don't know. So what we done found out today. Now I done listened to the Diddy. Let me take these glasses off. Okay. Oh, look a little cute. But what I found out today, shoot, on the Diddy trial, by way of watching Sherelle World, I only caught the last little bit. There was the cross-examination of one of the victims. I think her name was Mia. And she's the one who stated that she was AR'd by Diddy several times. Well, it seems that when they were cross-examining her, I don't know. It's a different type of story. So that's one thing. I guess she made some kind of scrapbook for Diddy. This is after the fact, for his birthday and all the different things they said she did. And I think the defense is basically busting up her story and think maybe she's telling some untruth. I don't know. Y'all know how people get upset when you think when they think that folks are blaming the victim. So I don't know. We don't know whose word is truth or not. So I don't know. Good luck, Mia. I don't know. So then 47 was asked at a press conference if Sean Diddy Combs, if he was actually convicted, would he consider pardoning him? I'm like this. This man had been letting everybody out. So you know birds of a feather flock together. And all he do is see green, honey. And as long as he the president, honey, he letting everybody out. Look like, who he think black people want to be let out. So, so we can, they dangle a couple little things in front of us. There's people who's probably been railroaded for real that needs to be, their cases need to be looked at. But, I think he's going to the highest bidder, honey. There's no loyalty among thieves, honey. They just doing whatever. So, I was like, let me look on what's going on here. And this YouTube studio is a little different. I don't know. When I do my Raw live, I still haven't had time to even look at Raw. I've been trying to watch it and haven't even, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's not doing it for me. It's just that life is lifing, So I said, maybe I might do a live tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe early Sunday. My niece graduates tomorrow. So, it's graduation season. So then there's been a lot of things going on. But one of the things that got me, and I can't even, I hate this, was the the guy that came out and said what did he do? He called CPS on Miss Shirley's mama. I thought to myself, man, why are you in the people's business? Then I thought, okay, what if he was really concerned? She did a little skit with the Johnny Gill song "My My My." I saw it. I didn't think much of it. People do things to get, to be like a little shock value, but as Americans, as consumers of entertainment, we've always kind of had, I don't know, we always like the little kids when they're portraying older people. And don't say we don't, because you go all the way back to the Little Rascals. We had Alfalfa and Darla. And whenever Darla would kiss Alfalfa or whatever, his little Alfalfa sprout would go up. What does that insinuate? We know what that insinuates. It insinuates the male member getting, Then we also had, like the little girls that are in the what do you call those? The beauty little contest for the little girls. They not dressed up like little girls, they dressed up like little women. They look like little 35-year-old women. So I'm like, little Miss Shirley, I didn't see nothing that she was doing that was anything that, would raise an eyebrow at. To me, she's doing line dances. She's not out there dancing to Sexy Red. She's doing none of that stuff. She acting like me. Somebody 45, 50 years old. And I said, we've always had, found it entertaining when little kids would do little things like somebody had compared what little Miss Shirley is doing to the scene that was done on the Cosbys when Rudy was doing the song, Ray Charles song, and some people got offended. I'm like, what? We've always, it's like, what is American is American pie, apple pie, because Michael Jackson, even as a little kid, they had him singing Smokey Robinson. And people didn't even know it was Smokey Robinson. People my age. I didn't know when I first heard it. I first heard it from Michael Jackson. And when he was a kid singing that song, Who's Loving You? He was like, what, 11? What 11-year-old boy gonna be loving who? So I don't know what's up with this, with Miss Shirley and all that. Y'all tell me what y'all think, because I think Miss Shirley just a cute little girl doing her line dancing. She got onto some talk shows. She, doing the little 1-2, and she doing, I guess people mad because she's throwing the little hips in the song, but her boots is on the ground, and I'm like this. I think people are trying to make money the ways they can make money, and long time ago when people were trying to get their children famous or whatever, they had to go through different talent scouts and do all this stuff. So now we have the internet, social media. The little girl is doing these little things. You can tell she's different than the average 4-year-old little girl. She's talented. So I don't know. I'm calling CPS on her mother is a bit much, especially when we're only getting a glimpse of someone's life, and for you to do that. And there's other kids that probably are in harm's way more than this little girl is. So then we have, I'm gonna go to my phone. I don't like this because I thought that I could be able to look at the things on my share screen, but you can't share screen on here. So my next live would definitely be on my StreamYard. I just had never did YouTube Studio, so I wanted to see what it was like actually to be in it instead of on my phone, but on my computer. So that's it. I know when I be in my car driving and stuff, I said, damn, I look like I'm about 500 pounds in that mother. But I really ain't. But so it's Friday. I just got done working. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I couldn't wait till it get over. This has been the longest 4 days ever of my life. And when you're dealing with your parent, when you're in this situation where you got your parent, going through the issues, then you have to help with your grandchildren too. So you're in that middle, you're always tired. I'm always tired. So I said, let me go ahead and run my mouth before I start drinking. I had, my husband had family members over. It was a Saturday, and someone brought me some coolers. I'm not a drinker, but I see them in the refrigerator sitting there. So I said, let me start drinking some of those. It's been a long week. So when we were looking at, they have new taglines for ROA. And well, Phaedra got a new tagline out there. And they were also, yeah, oh goodness, my glasses. But they were also stating about Roa's numbers for Sunday, and how this was the lowest of the low numbers. I think they had like only like 400,000 viewers on Sunday's episode watching it live. And I'm like, they got to think. I think most times when Roa came on, I don't think it was this time of the year. And just like I was going to be doing a podcast on Sundays with another lady, and I said, let's change it to Wednesdays, because Sundays, where I'm at here, it's starting to get a little warmer, but it's still a little chilly. But it's daylight longer. And you want to be out and about, and nobody want to be sitting there captive to the TV. So the numbers were like at 400,000 something, maybe 450 that were viewing it. And it was like, oh, Phaedra wasn't enough. And, Kenya had the looking eyes out there. Let me go to my, I want to go to my Instagram page, which I thought I'd be able to do that over here, but I can't do nothing. Y'all just see my little pretty face. Hi. So they were talking about the numbers over there, and they were saying, well, Phaedra, I guess she ain't, really doing it. And Phaedra came in hot. She came in real hot. I said, I'm going to discuss that on my Royal review whenever I get a chance to watching it. But so she came in with her new tagline, and her tagline was something about they tried to bury me or something. I'm like, she buried herself. Now, Miss Phaedra, I don't know. What y'all think about Phaedra? I mean, she good for the show, because she sure wasn't good on Married to Medicine. I don't think so. She didn't bring nothing there. But, that's how it could be. That's how it is over there with Roa. Look, I'm so tired. But I said, let me come on here, because I haven't been going live or doing nothing. That's because life has been lifing. So, but her new tagline, I'm going to play it when I get to it. Hold on. Nah, I don't like this, because I'm just not able to do what I want to do. But her tagline is something about being buried in something else. I don't know. I don't know how to work my phone, I guess. Let's go to the save stuff. I think I saved it. Who knows, honey? Then I also say, okay, let's see here. No, I wasn't over here. Reality. What is this? Look, I'm trying to find the stuff. I can't see it. Well, shit. I sound like what's his name? Rest in peace, Leslie. Well, shit. Let me see if I can find it on Phaedra so y'all can at least hear it. This the most ghetto. Look, my live is just as ghetto as Britt Edie's event. But anyways, she said something about they tried to bury her or something to that effect. I know I shared it earlier. Lord have mercy. And then we have is this it? Oh, here they go. Let me turn it up. Is this it? What the heck is this? Hold on. Lord Jesus, what is this? Like, I'm trying to find it. And my phone doing all kind of stuff. Hold on. Then they also had, I was looking at something with Phaedra on People. And she was talking about what she would be spending when she's out. And she's like, 30,000. I said, whoa. I wish I could just go blow $30,000 on something. Okay, here we go. Let me see. My peach bag. Now I'm bringing the juice. Hold on, let's start over. I'll always. I returned from the dead. Now let's bury the past for good. I snatched my peach bag. Now I'm bringing the juice. Let's play it again. I returned from the dead. Now let's bury the past for good. So she returned from the dead, and let's bury the past for good. Cause she don't want to talk about this shit. She don't want to talk about it at all. They gave her like a nice little intro. She talked about, hey, she got caught up on some stuff, trying to do that kind of dirty shit and got caught up. But basically, no, she didn't apologize. She ain't say, hey, Miss Candy. You got Miss Candy. She over there in China right now, honey. Miss Candy over there trying to figure out the Chinese toilets over there. She had posted, was it on a live, a quick little something yesterday that the toilets are in the ground. And she was trying to figure out how to use it. Her friend, Fallon? No, Fallon. What the hell? Fallon is, oh, God. Her friend that is from Djibouti, Africa. Let me get this right. I don't know. Candy's friend, the pretty girl. She's real pretty. She's from one of the countries in Africa. Was telling her how you should actually use the bathroom, and I guess you have to squat. I'm like, now that with that toilet, because Candy was like, because when she pee, it don't go all the way. It's got to go everywhere. So she was like, I don't know. It was a terrible thing for her. So she was trying to figure out how to use that the in the ground toilet at the I think they were on a train or something, or it's not at the hotel, but she said when you're out and about, most of the toilets at the public restrooms, wherever part of China they're in, have those in-ground toilets. And I'm like, what? So that was interesting to me. I'm like, wow, I could not imagine going to the like they say in the military, the latrine. Our latrine sometimes had a hole in the ground too. And we just covered it up. But no, it was some kind of in the ground toilet. So yeah, that's what Miss Candy was talking about. So her, Shamari, her friend, and another friend, they're all over there in China with their children, and Todd. I thought that was cool. So then what else we got going on? So we talked about Miss Shirley. We talked about Puffy and 47. I don't know. Do y'all think the president may pardon him if he's found guilty? That's crazy. We are living in a totally, totally different time. I'm trying to think else. Look, my mind is so gone. I don't even know what all was in the news. I can't. Let me go through my little thing. I done went through and put all my little stuff in it I wanted to talk about. And what's his name? Oh Lord, Jaheim that got arrested. It seems like he got arrested on his birthday or after his birthday for mistreating some dogs. I just can't go to jail about no dogs. I really can't. I really, 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 really can't. That's just ridiculous. Now I'm looking here on Neighborhood Talk, and it seems that Brian McKnight's son had passed away. And that happened to, looks like, let me see what they're saying here.
Amazing guitar player, had a great eye, was a photographer. And just one of those kids that, at least in my estimation, was somebody.
Hold on.
And so it really sucks that he's no longer with us. So all day, I said to myself I wasn't going to post about this. And as the day wore on, I realized that how could I not post about this? This morning, I found out that my nephew, Nico McKnight, passed away. He'd been bravely battling cancer for the last 2 years or so. And I have a lot of feelings right now. I'm not going off a script or anything like that. I'm just going to be raw with how I'm feeling. Nico was one of those amazing kids who was quirky and curious and ridiculously talented. Amazing singer, an amazing guitar player, had a great eye, was a photographer, and just one of those kids that, at least in my estimation, was somebody you always wanted to be around. And so it really sucks that he's no longer with us.
So who is this speaking? Because it's definitely not Brian McKnight. Who is this talking? Okay, so Brian McKnight, brother Claude, is delivering a heartbreaking news on TikTok about his nephew Nico. And remember, Brian McKnight's son Nico was battling cancer. He'd been battling cancer for the last 2 years, and he has passed away. Um, let's see here. Remember, we were going in on Brian McKnight ass because he disowned his children. So it just says he passed away. He had dealt with cancer. That's like, I know he's pretty young. He's pretty young. That is very sad. So I was just scrolling and seeing that. But yeah, y'all think about Trump. Trump in here, I don't even watch the news like that anymore. Because it's depressing, but I'm like, he done let out, with NBA YoungBoy. He also pardoned Larry Hoover, but Larry Hoover got like, a million years on the state. And a lot of other people that he called himself pardoning, and the Chrisleys. Daddy Chrisley out there talking shit already on social media. So he's out there free balling and everything. So I just thought, well, wow, this is interesting. I think we're about to have a wild summer. I don't know when this Diddy trial gonna be over with. I don't know. So when things get too long, it don't hold my attention like that. It's I don't know. It's just things be a little different. I'm trying to figure out this studio over here. You can't even hardly throw up nothing at all. It's supposed to be something that he can. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out. The only thing I don't know. That's why we have StreamYard. But it seems like with my StreamYard, whenever I go live over there with StreamYard, it seems like it doesn't like you don't how can I say, a lot of people don't get notifications, and it don't like us getting notifications now. Who knows? So I'm just on here rambling, talking shit until I get myself together. So I became a new grandma last week. Well, a new because I became a new grandma April the 3rd. Then we have one May the 20th. Now my other grandkids, they're 11 and 12, about soon to be 12 and 13. So I had took my granddaughter to go and see Beyonce. We had a time. I mean Beyonce. I love going to concerts anyway, but I really enjoyed the Beyonce concert. I would go to it again. And did y'all see? And it's been all over social media, but Beyonce went and did her concert in New Jersey, and it rained. And it was a cold rain, they said. And honey, she was out there performing like it wasn't, giving them a show. Honey, the people said, because I was cold at the one in Chicago, but honey, once Beyonce came on stage, I wasn't cold no more. We was up singing and dancing and everything. So I think the people that was in the rain there, honey, they said they forgot it was raining because Beyonce was there. So that's one thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to see what else I want to talk about before I end my little live and started drinking. But I don't know. Let's see what else is going on in the world. because we had the Diddy trial. Here they go. Here, this one. So, so here we go. It said that yeah, so it was like 464,000 people. That's a series low. I'm going back to Raw. So you know what? When you watching me and if I'm just talking, it's gonna ramble back and forth, ramble back and forth. Yeah, that's me. And I think the reason why the numbers were so low because it was the holiday. And I know I didn't watch it at night. Shit, I have watched it on Peacock. Well, it's watched me. I've started watching it, and honey, I done fell asleep. So I'm not good in the evenings trying to watch TV. Because after I done ran around and did stuff all day long, by the time I get ready to watch the TV and sit down, the TV is watching me. I ain't saw nothing on there. So then we have let's listen to we have Funky Dineva. He's talking about the girls. Let's see what he's talking about here.
The end of the sentence that is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene Leakes needs to grace that screen again, even if it's for no more than her being a guest at somebody's party on 1 or 2 episodes. That's how it needs to happen. I don't give a good goddamn what nobody says. It is time for Mariah Huq to return to Married to Medicine. Okay? It is time. She say, and this is the down part. This is the downside about suing your employer and coming out loud and saying, calling your employer coke heads and all this type of stuff. This is the downside to this stuff because there's probably never a chance in the hell that Mariah will be able to come back to Married to Medicine. I don't even know if she wants to. And the chances are probably equally as slim for Nene Leakes as well.
I'm trying to figure out my hair.
But it would be great. I want to see a little piece of Kim Zolciak return too. I want to see Deshaun Snow come back because she's looking good too. They can make Lisa Wu a friend of the show. But I would love to see all of it. Throw all their ass. And I'm sorry, and I know Candy probably never would have filmed. They should have, God damn it, they should have forced their ass to film. We need to see Candy and Phaedra in the same room. And here is the thing. There are 2 things that need to happen. One probably will never happen. Before it is all said and done, okay? Before they put the period at the end of the sentence that is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes needs to grace that screen again, even if it's for no more than her being a guest at somebody's party.
So that is Funky Dineva and what he thinks should happen. I do feel like before they close it out, look, I'm trying to find the part, and then I'm looking into this camera, and everything is backwards. So, so I'm trying to figure it out. But anyways, okay. I feel like Funky Dineva is right. I do. Season 16 was supposed to be the Sweet 16. I feel like they should have had Nene on there. Period. It should have been where we see some of the OGs, just like you said, just for like at one of the parties, one of the events that we should have seen Nene, Candy, Sheree, all of them. Because if all of them would have ushered in, maybe if next season when Portia has an event or Shamia has an event that, but Portia, and I don't care. If Portia has an event that they could all just be there. I mean, that would be so nostalgic. I mean, I've been watching season 6, ain't been really paying attention to this season. That's, I like what Funky Dineva said. So also, I was watching some things, And I came across Torre. And we're gonna go back to the Diddy thing. So I'm bouncing back and forth. This is what hits my head, honey. I ain't even got no kind of structure going. But Torre, he had said, he had brought up your girl Jaguar Wright. And he said he need her to come to the center, to the front of the classroom here. And I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Jaguar Wright, please come to the front of the class, please. Miss Wright, you used to say that you would walk girls out of the freak-offs. Is that not true? You said in detail, with great passion, that you were walking them out of the freak-offs. As far as we know, freak-offs consisted of 3 people. Diddy, Cassie, who was never walked out of shit, and male sex workers. Who did you walk out of the freak-offs? Because you said you were saving women. Cassie, as far as we know, was the only woman there, and you didn't save her. So who did you save? I think now that we have a clear vision of what the freak-offs were, Cassie, a sex worker, and Diddy masturbating in the corner, we know now Jaguar Wright was not there. She was not saving anyone. She was not walking anyone out of the freak-offs. Are you fucking serious? We still have people who are like, well, Jaguar was right about Diddy. She said she was at the freak-offs saving people. That is obviously now not true. As far as we know now, the freak-offs were not Hollywood-filled, eyes wide shut parties with tons of people that someone like Jaguar Wright could somehow sneak into and pull people out of. They were...
Now look, hear my daughter calling me in the middle of my goddamn live. Hold on, y'all.
How you doing?
I'm on live. Bye. Oh, now I see with a share screen. Girl. See, I didn't even see this. Let me go over here to share screen. I didn't know that. See, I'm just figuring out this YouTube thing. I didn't know it. See, now you know. See, when you don't know, you don't know. Oh, okay. So now I see that. I ain't have to be doing all this over here. I could have been sharing screen next time I know. But that's from Torre. Man, I didn't know that. See, I guess I needed to come on here and play around. But you know, I still have a subscription over there at Live was a StreamYard. But I thought when I go live over here, that it seems like it gets recognized more, but I guess not. So then, let me see what else we got going on, honey. All kind of mess. So let's do this. So I can share screens and didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know. So I ain't got nothing but time today. Nothing but time. Okay, duh. So I didn't even notice. Did not. Okay, I did not. Learn something new every day. Learn something new. Look, now I can share the screen. Okay, so now let me go over here and find what I was looking for. Let me see what it looks like on YouTube. Oh, and it got me down in the corner. See, you know, I don't know. So, okay, this is how I've seen some people go live this way. Okay. You know, I'm always trying to figure out something. So I need to figure out how to do those baby AIs. I'll be over here tearing it up. Okay, so that was Torre. But did y'all see Let me see here. They showed, which I thought was, let me see here, Megan. Hold on. Honey, let me go here. Did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? Now, honey, this girl knows she is showing it. I said Meg looks so nice. So nice. But honey, then, since we talk about Bigfoot, Littlefoot, or whoever, but Meg looks nice. Let's see what her what her compadre, her nemesis look like, honey. Because Meg looks damn good. Let me see here. I had posted it, honey. Here. Let me share this screen here.
Talk your shit, Nikki. Talk your shit. All of them bitches I'm done dead. Mansions in Malibu, Babylon, and I never. Wait, hold on. How did I forget the words?
Girl.
Jeez.
Look at that.
And I always ride slow when I'm straddling. Cause my shit's so wet, you gotta paddle in. Gotta roll, gotta roll your boat. It's Pink Friday, rockers on below. Cause in the pop out, I'm the lead. That's Mac OPI and the fragrance too. Apparel, I'm dominating every avenue. Cobblestone good, fuel, low gravel too. Gotta pay for my underground travel too. Cause I flip, I'm flying high. Ain't got time to talk, it's higher. If you ask me to take a break, give it all away. Don't care what the people say. A million.
Honey, all I can say is, y'all see the ass on Nikki. I know I got a big head. I do. I know I do, honey. I ain't used to seeing that, but when you get 40 things changed, so honey, I don't know, is she pregnant or something? Because she look like she been eating very, very, very good. She's been eating very, very good. I mean, like, oh my goodness. She put it on, honey, because I said, damn. Somebody said, oh, she's looking like Nikki, looking like Little Kim now. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know. But this girl here, let me go back here to share that screen. This here, this is what I look like in my head. In my head, in my dreams, honey. Megan looks nice. She looks very nice. Stunning. So she's actually, I think she did some kind of swimsuit model or something. Or swim week. I don't know, honey, but she's getting ready for hot girl summer, honey. Because she looks damn good. Let me see if there's another picture, honey. I said, go ahead. Hot girl summer. Look at her. So she just slimmed down, but honey, she was, I thought she was nice, curvy built too, but she looks very nice. But because Nicki Minaj was, I said, ooh, I didn't even recognize that was her. It was a smaller, video, but no. Let me see what else I got saved over here. Shoot. While I'm over here looking at shit. Oh, look, I done got real nice here. I ain't even started drinking yet. So then, okay, so here's Trump talking about whether he may consider pardoning Diddy.
He was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
You mentioned once in 2012 that.
Well, honey, Trump saying when my homies call, or if my homies call, he got to have the right number. So also there was a thing with Miss Wanda this week, and I guess she had been explaining her exit to Love and Marriage Huntsville, but she's back this season, so we can listen to that. Okay.
Talking about the baby dad. She over there talking about her baby. She over there talking about the girl baby. And I'm like, oh my God, are y'all serious?
That's not talking about a kid, in my opinion. Huh? You saying go find your baby daddy. That's, to me, that's not talking about a child.
Okay, interesting. Speaking on Melody for a second, so whether you hate or like Melody, she's obviously had an impact in the show. Being that first person who had that idea. Do you think that her exit is going to have an impact on the viewership and the show's future?
I think y'all still gonna love and Marriage Huntsville even more.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be the bomb, okay?
Miss Wanda, you're being accused of setting up Anthony for when he arrived that he'd get beat up.
I don't care about you talking about me because you don't know me.
A woman came forward and said she was sexually involved with your daughter's husband, Marceau Scott. You've been vocal about calling out cheaters on the show.
People either loved you or hated you, right? There were rumors that Mel and the Millimeters didn't want you on the show anymore, and they put pressure on production.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But they said that's talking about a baby. That's the only thing I said. From that day, it took it over the hill. Oh, she over there talking about the baby daddy. She over there talking about her baby. She over there talking about the girl baby. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my God, are y'all serious?
That's not.
Well, so evidently she had to leave the show or whatever, or they wouldn't film with her because they thought she was talking about Sugar Mama. I think that's the little baby at the time that she was supposed to have been speaking of. Honey, I don't know. She told her to go find her baby daddy, but she said she was referring, I heard the whole interview, that she was referring to allegedly to the situation that Mel had been pregnant or either miscarried or aborted. I don't know. Don't give me the line about none of this stuff. Honey, it goes in one ear and out the other one with me, but I remember her saying that, but I didn't feel like she was talking about the baby. I thought she was talking about Sugar Mama not being Martell's. But she said she wasn't referring to that. She was referring to the rumors that Melanie got pregnant by somebody else. And the baby, I guess, didn't make it. So let's see what else we got to talk about here, honey. Try to get y'all an hour then. I'm going to definitely watch the doggone housewife stuff. Your life be life, and I don't be feeling like watching this stuff and reviewing it. So here's old boy Chrisley.
Call her again because she was calling me.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still on. Can y'all believe the audacity? Treat me like a common criminal.
Shut up. I cannot. I cannot. All right, well.
What's my people saying?
Your people, everybody is saying a lot of stuff on here.
They're still on the street at Nordstrom on the other side, and we went out.
We beat these hoes, y'all. They on the other side, and we escaped again.
Again, please. Again.
They can't get us.
They can't get us.
They tried to keep you. They couldn't. They tried to get you.
And they couldn't.
I love her.
Teflon Todd.
They got a filter. I put a filter on for me, but now you look a little weird.
Don't be making me look stupid. Stuff you try.
Call her again because she was calling me.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still on.
Britt, can you just pay this?
Oh, so now let me stop. I thought I was making it like I ain't got my glasses on. They're in my hand. But so Todd Chrisley, he's out and he's enjoying it. He say escaped again. So, he's pardoning people and folks is getting out. Some people may have other situations going on that they couldn't get out. But I know a guy that's here in my town was talking about someone who got pardoned. I don't know. I was being nosy, but not nosy enough. So I don't even recognize the guy in the picture. But whatever. For those who's got a chance to get pardoned, congratulations. Hope you don't go back in. So then we're going to talk about the woman with many suitors, per Phaedra, because Phaedra came in talking about everybody. Well, anyway, Britt Edie got put on blast by the decorator, not the, let me stop sharing for a minute. Not the decorator. By the decorator. She was not the planner. And she said Britt did not pay her all her goddamn own money. And she was saying that Brittany, I guess the decorations and stuff was per Britt's budget. And evidently she didn't have the budget for the food like that. And we already know that Benchworthy, he got on and said that, yes, some people ate and some people didn't. He was one of the people who did not eat. She originally, I guess, only wanted, the one table with the castmates to eat. I'm like, what kind of ghetto ass shit is that? This woman over here playing like she's rich, but she's not. You couldn't even afford to feed the people. I mean, she might as well had a event like Portia had, ball out, have a nice, my phone ringing out, ball out and do a nice, some scam. Have a nice little event where it's just the castmates, and it could have been really nice. Because I just didn't understand the golf scene, country club. You got these people out here in their expensive damn clothes and heels, and you want them to golf. And they got them dressed up like, Lord have mercy, like, what do you want to call it? Derby. The Kentucky Derby. I don't know. So the lady states that she didn't get her money. So this is a YouTuber or a content creator. I don't know if he's a YouTuber or not. But he's on there and he's spilling the beans. So we'll go back and watch what he had to say.
Event decorator her $1,700 so we can move on. Now, I know I already talked about this, but there's an actual legal letter from a lawyer to Britt from Bella, the owner of the event company, asking for this money. So as you guys can see, this letter from the law offices of Taylor Murray sent Miss Edie this letter explaining that she still owes Bella $1,750 because the total amount for this event was $3,500. And Bella did provide me with some screenshots of the text message correspondence around this event. And Britt clearly says, we need to only have small plates for guests. I can't afford entrees. Tragic. Britt then went on to say it would be cutting too much into the budget if she fed entrees to all of the 20 other guests outside of the housewives. It's also very clear that Britt has never thrown an actual event before, because treating your event decorator like she's the actual coordinator is wild. And based on this message from Bella, the short notice piece is probably why they couldn't reserve any private space, so they were left with what they were gonna get. But what about the Jumpstart agency, Britt? I mean, honestly, it would have been like 3 of these master classes you would have to sell with a couple add-ons, and you could have easily paid Bella back. From rags to rags, baby. You might need to ask for a pay advance on one of your Bravo checks, Britt. Britt, can you just pay this event deck?
Now, Britt needs to be one and done, period. Out of here. Out of here. She needs to be one and done. But I'm dropping my phone. This is supposed to be, something like, I'm a kid. I'm born in 1972. But, when I came up in the 80s, they used to have Lifestyle of the Rich is Famous. And that's what the housewives are supposed to be, of the rich, You had an event, and the decorator, hell, my son's baby shower decorations was like $4,000 some dollars. And they had food. And a lot of it. And that was outside of the, paying for the place. Then you had to have the different people that were catering the food. Then he had decorations in there. It was beautiful. And for what we saw in there, we didn't see a lot. And this is almost a whole year later, and you ain't still paid this woman the $1,700. Then I'm gonna let that alone, because I'll talk about that on my live for Roa, when I could be all on here and doing my little media assets and everything on StreamYard, because this ain't getting it, because I don't really know how to work this over here, and I don't think they have it. But I said I was gonna do a live. I said I was gonna do at least an hour, because after that I'm going to see my dad. But yeah, so I talked about Diddy, Trump, Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright, all that lying, and everybody was believing everything she said. I'm like, Jaguar Wright was never that damn girl. I don't even fucking remember her. And people maybe from Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, wherever she's from, may know of her. But the mass people who consume music back in the 90s and 2000s, we know the hell. I don't even know a song that Jaguar Wright made. For her to be acting like she was that girl in all of those rooms. She was not. Yeah, it is what it is. She was not that girl. I don't know. And have a story for everything. You can tell. I just call bullshit on all of that. And then, so I like that Tori said, so far, what we've learned so far is those freak offs just seem to be Cassie, Diddy, and the escorts. So we weren't going to get a real messy mess. The Diddy trial was messy enough, and it's dark enough. That's why I really don't want to do too much on it, because it's dark, and who wants to talk about people being sexual assaulted? I really don't, I just don't. But then, that's part of the news or whatever. So what else we had to talk about? One of the judges stepped in and stopped Trump on one of these on one of the tariffs. He blocked them on. Oh no, they blocked them on the blocks the Trump administration on dismantling the Department of Education. And I'll go here and share that screen. Also, because they dismantled the Department of Education, I would like for them to cancel my student loans. Let's just cancel all of them. You know, Biden was trying to do it. Just cancel my student loans. I'd be happy than a mug. I really would be. Because I don't plan on paying them people back. I did this guy's taxes before who had his doctrines. And, you know, he's this color guy. Well, he said he ain't never paying back his student loan. I'm like, if he ain't, I ain't got no doctrines. But here, I'll share the screen on that. Okay. So it says federal judge blocks Trump's administration from dismantling the Department of Education. And I have to put my glasses on for this. It says federal judge in Massachusetts appointed by President Biden blocked the Trump administration's attempt to dismantle the Department of Education and orders the fired workers to be reinstated. Now, okay, this is May 22nd. Judge Myong Wong also blocked the transferring of management of federal student loans and special education functions out of the education department too. So, you know, that's one thing here because they're really trying to dismantle a lot of things. And, you know, they going in, you know, Trump going in on Harvard because Harvard, you know, they still got their that diversity programs going, and they don't. I guess they don't like that. And I be thinking, what? How does that affect? You know, because most minorities we don't have the leg up. You know, the reason why a lot of these things are happening, or they made it, was so that minorities would be able to, you know, be able to get in. Because more than likely, if you got a black that's going to Harvard, you know they are very, very smart. They're smarter than the average of whomever. You know, they didn't get in just because they're black. They got in because they were super damn smart. And because they were black, they wouldn't have gotten in there. But because of some of the diversity things that was put in place, that they had an opportunity to get in there. Because, you know, a lot of these colleges, you know, if your granddaddy went, your daddy went, and your everybody else went, you get grandfathered in there, so they'll let your dumb ass go there. You know, so, you know, most times, most black, I'm not saying all, but a lot of minorities, when they go to those schools, they're first generation, you know, college. It's not like the mom and the daddy and all them people went to college. I know my mom graduated college. I did not. I was like a clap. You know, I got enough credits to have a little bit more than an associate, but honey, my brain just can't take it. And my brother, he just got his master's. So, but my mom was first generation. You know, so my mom, and she didn't. It's not like she went to college right after high school. My mom went to college part time as a, you know, a divorced woman with 3 kids, and went to college and did not owe any debt when she got out. Did not take out one student loan. So she went to college very part time, but she got that damn degree. Yeah, so thank God for some of the judges. But you know, I like to see how well it works because, you know, Trump is they just rolling over everything. Hell, they don't give a fuck who said what. They gonna do what they feel like doing. That's how that's been working. So what is it? I almost got an hour in. Yeah, I said it's 6 o'clock. I'm going. What is it? It's 6:40 something. So I'm gonna go and visit my dad, and hopefully he heard him get up out of this rehab facility because he had his toe amputated. That he'll get back home because he's trying to. My dad thinks he's still young, so he's Yesterday he talked about weed, and he looking at Joel Osteen. Oh, bless his heart. But yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here. I just wanted to try to do it on my computer on the YouTube studio just to see how it works because I've never really done that, and sometimes things work better hands on live. So the next time you see me live, either if I'm in my car, I probably won't be on StreamYard. But if I'm gonna be doing my lives and be able to have my little thumbnails and everything, it'll be definitely on StreamYard because this right here is the ghetto. Like Dee said, I can't put up none of the little stuff I want to put up. If there's ways to do it, I don't know if it's here, but I can't put up all my little stuff I like to put up. But that's it. I was just wanting to see what's going on. Y'all got weekend plans? Like I said, my niece graduates tomorrow from high school, and possibly a baby shower tomorrow. I don't know, the babies is coming. My stepson, but the baby is not due for a ways, but because they live out of town, maybe that's why they're having the baby shower tomorrow. So I gotta go and plait up my hair so I can look decent for tomorrow. Figure out what I'm gonna wear, and then the next weekend I'm definitely be live because I'm going to a white party. So that is chocolate drop in all white. So that's it. That's all. I thought I'd come on here and irritate some people tonight. Some people say, "Oh, she only talk about housewives." Well, I ain't even finished watching the damn episode yet. Yeah, so that's it. So I'm glad for y'all that came in. And when you do come in, please please, please, please. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Let's see where the end of it. Okay, end stream. There we go. Bye.